good.
Hello, and welcome to the Nerd Party.
Welcome.
The show where we take time into the day to celebrate all that is gloriously nerdy. I'm Christopher George.
And I'm Jonnyvu.
And tonight we just watched 300.
300. Rise of the Empire. Empire?
Rise of
an Empire.
An Empire.
Yeah.
And wow, you can really tell that they tried to up the ante in this movie.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
In terms of scale, the visuals for sure were just a little bit better. I think that it was lacking a little bit in the sense that there was no Leonidas. I think the main character, the Themistocles, Themistocles, or whatever his name was, he was great. He certainly had elements of badassery.
Yeah, no.
But I think he still was kind of like a shadow of Leonidas.
Most definitely. I really like how it just fit right into the 300 universe or whatever you're calling it. Because Chris and I we watched 300 right before we went to go see it, and it fit perfectly with the tone, with the visual effects. It was great. Sandy.
Eva Green.
How
about Eva Green?
That eyeliner, that eyeshadow.
Yes. That one scene, just so you know, this is, if you haven't seen it yet, there are spoilers. So if you want to see a review of it, a spoiler-free review of it, you're probably going to have to want to go somewhere else. But yeah, Eva Green, wow, what a strong female villain. It's rare that you see females take the lead villain. I mean, in Man of Steel they had Fiora. That's how you say her name, right?
Yeah, Fiora.
Fiora, and who was really great. But Eva she owned the screen, and
every time she was on screen, I think she was just on point. Like, you got to see a little bit of her backstory, why she's the villain, why she's trying to defeat Greece, and I don't know. It was really good. Every time she was on screen, like, she just got a little bit more and more evil. That one scene where she just decapitates the dude and then kisses his, like, just gives him a nice package, like, what's up?
My personal favorite scene, it's one thing to have a naked girl on screen, but a naked girl holding a sword. I don't know about you, but I had the biggest boner during that scene.
I felt super awkward. I was sitting there, had my arms crossed, and I was just like, "Oh God, this is so awkward."
Well, I personally thought that was great, but at the same time, it was a little weird that they were kind of getting it on, and like you could feel the tension between them.
Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of like a dominance thing. Like they were both leaders of their squadron. They were trying to up each other at the same time. But we could probably talk sexually and in battle. But we could probably talk about that scene for a little bit. But I thought it was kind of awkward at some points. But like it was I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool that how like they changed the setting from on land to at sea.
Yeah, it's I had no idea that was coming when I saw in the trailer. I thought it was just gonna be a couple scenes where they were on water, and it kind of spoiled it with the whole horse part. I don't know why. Like at the near the ending when he goes on the horse, I think that was in the trailer. So I got to see that. So that wasn't really that big of a surprise for me. But I didn't know that it was like mostly in like a naval, like tactical war movie. I had no idea, so that was really nice.
Yeah, I thought personally that it should have had a little bit more Spartan in it, because I think that's what made 300 was the fact that it had these big badass, like they were like the top of Greek badassery.
Yeah,
I keep using that word, but
it's okay. They were badass.
They were badass.
They were pretty awesome. You know, like for some reason, sometimes when they had the shots onto the soldiers, I'm like, these guys aren't as jacked as the guys from Sparta.
Yeah, that too.
But it was all right. I appreciate all the work they put in there, and even in the movie theater, we saw some girls that were just with girls. There wasn't only guys,
which was really cool.
Yeah, you can see that girls are going to see it just to see it. Like girls can go see action movies, just like how Eva Green is the lead villain.
I say we need more female villains.
Bring it on, right?
In Hollywood. Like I'm all for like the heroine, but a female villain. There's just something about a woman who wants to dominate you.
Yeah,
that just makes it so much sexier.
Especially back then too. Like you know how the feminist movement is quite large now, but like back then, and they're pushing it into stories like that. I think it was excellent. The whole story, I have no idea. Like we have the graphic novel over here in the background, but I have no idea like how they came up with this story to like just.
So we encountered a little bit of a.
Memory card full kind of thing.
Technical difficulties, but this is our first show.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers. Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid.
By the way, the premise of this show is basically about, we call it Nerd Party because whenever Jonny and I go out, all we do is basically talk about...
Yeah, we talk about this stuff anyway, so...
Right? Like, so that's our version of a party. So we kind of wanted to translate that and open it and have kind of an open forum using the online social network type of thing. So we're kind of hoping that if this thing does take off, we're kind of hoping to get our viewer base involved into the conversation to make this as large of a party as we want to, or we're hoping it to be anyway. So with having said that, usually if you follow us on Twitter, we usually tell you what we're doing, and you can kind of engage with that with us using Twitter, and we'll kind of look through the feed, and if you guys have any comments about the movies that we're watching, the video games we're reviewing, comic books that we're reading, we'll take that into account and we'll throw that into the conversation. What do you think? Do you think that's kind of a cool idea?
That sounds good, man. Yeah. I would love to interact with people, if this thing takes off. But right now we're just talking to us, so we don't even know who's on the other side.
Right.
But it's okay, right? How about we throw ourselves back into the movie?
Yeah, where do we end up?
We ended up talking about the writers and how I don't know.
I just keep thinking about Eva Green's boobs.
It's okay. Nah, I didn't think they were that big.
Doesn't matter. She was still.
It was good. What else can we talk about? I thought the supporting cast was alright too. Yeah. So in the first one we had a father figure, and then had his son die.
Yeah, I would notice that. Now they
switched it around.
Now that
they switched it around.
The father died.
The father died. I like that character. He was really cool as that, like a spy in the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
It was really cool. His son wasn't. I thought. We didn't know any of these actors coming in. Like, what this director? I heard he directed like maybe a rom-com or something like that. I can't even pronounce his name. It's like Noam. Like Noman. I don't really know. I'll read this book after we film this video. But
they still really tried to capture the essence of what the first movie was, with like the kind of like the slow-mo to fast.
I thought I was gonna get sick of that too, like because we've seen it a lot in Spartacus. We're a big fan of Spartacus.
Yeah.
A lot of Immortals. We saw it in we see
Animaeus made a reappearance. I forget who the actor is. I'm sorry, but it was great to see him back on the big screen.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos, great cameos, like little-ish like cameos, and they still brought the film from the 300 like into this movie, so that and it's still mixed perfectly in. You don't see that like it was like made in 2008, like 6 years old.
Yeah. You think they're gonna make it a trilogy?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like even if it does succeed or not, I doubt these kind of movies cost that much money, anyways, right? You get a bunch of no-name actors.
Yeah.
Well, not no-name, but like B, C-list actors, and then they're pretty much on a green screen, blue
They're
screen.
still quality actors. Like
yeah.
they brought in they brought back the Queen.
Yeah.
I forget what her real name is, but she's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's from Game of Thrones.
So she's kind of built herself.
Yeah.
Built quite of a resume since 300.
And Fromir.
Michael, bring back Michael Fassbender for the next one. I don't
know.
Resurrect him. I don't care if they're able to transform that bearded pussy of a guy into Xerxes. Well, he's still kind of like a big pussy.
Yeah.
But they're able to transform him into the God King. They could bring back Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. Maybe.
Do it. Do it. Movie magic.
Movie magic. No, I'm really excited to see how the third one will pan out, because they left it so open-ended.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were just gonna, like, honestly just keep fighting and then roll credits and just have, like, the actors' names and just, like, keep going, like, through these hordes of enemies.
Yeah, well, if they do a third one, I think they're gonna focus more on the actual final battle with the Persians. I'm no historian. I don't know what went on during that time period, but now that they have the united Greece, I think they're gonna go for a more larger scale.
Yeah, to get a root for your own country or whatever. Every city you like.
That's another thing that was good, because the first one, if I can recall, they had a lot of. And we're back. Sorry, apologies. Again, this is our first show, so we're just gonna keep trying to work out the kinks.
Yeah, just getting into the groove,
But we're talking about Xerxes, right?
Yeah, your turn.
And how before we're talking about how during the first movie, people were complaining how Persians were perceived as this evil entity, and the second, and with 300 Rise of an Empire, they showed the backstory of Xerxes, and they showed that he didn't just purely have an evil agenda, that he was a son who saw his father be murdered by a Greek, an Athenian, Themistocles. I can't pronounce his name.
Themistocles.
Themistocles.
Yeah, there you go.
And he just wanted revenge, which I'm sure
everybody's felt a little bit in their life, so you can sympathize with with the Persians.
Which is really good. So hopefully, you Persian people, you wonderful Persian people, you ain't mad, bro. You ain't as mad.
You're not as offended.
Yeah, but it's a movie. You gotta take it for what it is. Like, you can certainly make the movie from the Persian perspective if you want to. Like, no one's stopping you from doing that. But this is the Greek. This is the movie from the Greek perspective. So, what can you do?
And I kind of expected the whole movie to be narrated, and it was narrated by a couple people, by Leonidas' wife, and by Themistocles.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it was kind of like, because like if you pictured it, you could kind of it's pretty much her telling the story on the boat, leading to when they started to help. Yeah. In the end, as like a whole united.
So they kept changing.
But it wasn't hard to follow. Just like a casual, sit back, eat some popcorn, and enjoy it. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to follow it up.
I'm sure there were some people though who were like, "What's going on?" Because I think like when we left the theater, I passed by some people who were like, "I really didn't know what was going on." Like they had to get someone to explain.
Well, I guess if it wasn't fair because we watched 300 right before we watched this, right?
Right.
So yeah, maybe it wasn't fair. Any ending, closing arguments, statements that you would like to?
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. I hope they really do make another one, because I will be there to see it. And if you have seen it and you saw this video, I'm sorry for spoiling it. There will be a disclaimer prior to watching this video. Yeah. But yeah, Great job.
Yeah, great job, guys. I hope they don't wait another 6 years to make 400 or whatever they call it. 380 intense European army. I don't know what they'll call it, but yeah, I hope they don't wait another 6 years. I think it will do good in the box office. We have no idea because this is the first. This is the first.
Like the first one was such an iconic movie. Like that's gonna be a draw for this film, I think personally. Well, but I give it a 4 Leonidas heads.
7 Leonidas.
Yeah.
4 out of 5. Eh? I think I'd give it like a probably a 4 as well. Yeah. Maybe like a 3.8. I enjoyed it. I'll buy it on Blu-ray. It will go right next to 300. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Great.
Awesome.
So we also like giving back to the community. So
if there is a community,
we'll do giveaways once in a while. Yeah. We'll be doing one this month.
Maybe
this month,
like 50.
But here's the deal. Make sure you subscribe to this video.
Yeah.
Or to this channel. Give it a like. Comment what you like about it. Things that we could make the show better for you.
Yeah, we're only humans.
And maybe
help us.
Maybe help us figure out a nickname for you guys. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Nerd Army or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and Jonny does he makes action figures. So maybe we'll do a contest to
give something away. Yeah, be sure to check us out on all our social medias. Yeah. You can probably check out some of my work online if you search Jonnyvu Customs or go on like my Instagram. Maybe we'll do a little thing here. Instagram at Jonnyvu. Yeah. No H. And what's yours? You know what? I don't remember my Twitter handle. I'll put it right here. But you can follow us at Nerd Party Talk on Twitter, so you can know what we're currently talking about. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Take care.